Didn't he have, wasn't his wife's name Fanny? Peggy, wasn't Uncle Jim's wife's name Fanny? But
You don't remember?
She must have died before, sometime before he did. That's all I know.
Do you remember why, I've got down that Grandpa Alec died in 1939. Do you remember why he died? What was the cause of his death?
Don't know for sure. Was it a stroke?
A stroke.
Had a stroke?
I think it was a stroke. You know, back then, several of the Loftons had strokes. James, my son over here, he's had a light stroke and he can't use one arm too good, but he can drive his car, his truck.
I know that after Grandma Laura died, Alec married again. Who did he marry the second time?
Yeah, Juanetta Bailey. Juanetta Beatty.
Okay. What do you remember about her?
I remember she's just kind of fat like, I think.
A little heavy?
And not too tall. I didn't ever hear her talk very much. When we sat around the fireplace there, listening to Grandpa tell the stories, well, everybody, we didn't talk much, so listening to him.
He liked to tell stories, huh?
Yeah.
Did he sing? Did he like to sing? I know you mentioned he went like to go to church. Did he sing?
What?
Sing. Did he sing? Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he sang much or not, but I expect he did.
He was. Grandpa
Huh?
William Alexander was the first choir director at Center Church, and he did sing. He had a good voice.
Yeah, I bet he did sing.
When were you born, Peggy?
1935.
So you were born before he died in 39. Do you have any memories of him at all?
No.
No.
Oh, I was there when he died.
At the house when he
At the
died?
house. Yes, and that is where the story came, as I told you before, about the redbird flying in the window.
Tell that again.
Okay. We was all sitting around in the bedroom, waiting for him to die. Of course, I was little, didn't know what was going on, except I knew somebody was sick. And I was on somebody's lap, but I don't recall whose lap I was on that was holding him. And then when he drawed his last breath, somebody said, this redbird flew to the window, and somebody in the room said, there he goes, his soul is going through the redbird out the window.
I wasn't there.
Tell us a little bit, Lois, about the great-grandma Lofton, the one that sat near the fireplace, and what she looked like and what she was doing. You remember that story?
You know, Grandpa Alec we always sat around the fireplace, a big old fireplace, and nobody didn't talk much. We was listening to him tell them stories. And let's see. And you know, the teaching of the Methodist Church is a teaching about sanctification. And I don't know if y'all, are you Methodist?
No, I'm in an interdenominational church.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, the Methodist, you know, John Wesley and Charles Wesley came over here from England.
Mm-hmm.
And John Wesley, he was, I guess you say, the founder of the Methodist Church. He came over here to, you know, it was a new country that had just been discovered, you know. And they came over here like missionaries to us over here, you know. And because we were over here then. And
Talking about sanctification?
yeah. And you know, that's when you make a total surrender to Christ for yourself and everything, whatever you have. Because God owns it all anyway, and lets us use a part of it. And I remember hearing Grandpa Alec talking about the second blessing, and that's what it was, I guess, because I never did hear about the second blessing as old as I am, but from him.
From Grandpa Alec.
But that, we call it sanctification.
Uh-huh.
That's what, and that's a teaching in the Methodist Church, yet in some churches, but some's about too cold to have preach that, I think, the preachers too.